you don't know what we're doing a pre-live. For the last couple of weeks, we've been doing pre-lives on this platform to introduce the people who have been following us, uh, what we do outside in real time. So every Wednesday, we're in Fulton County where we host a live seminar highlighting economic development for leaders, okay? And we're located in ATL. But before we do that, I thought it was important to, talk to you guys too about the concept of business ownership and incorporating some of the concepts that I talk about in the economic development seminar within your business. So, last week we went over seven biblical principles to incorporate in your business. So I'm going to give you a little detail. We're going to jump into biblical principle number 2, and we're going to go all the way down to 7 throughout the weeks and head up to number 1. Okay. So if you don't know what biblical principle number 2 is, biblical principle number 2 is we are our managers. What does that mean? Let's make sure my notifications have went out. We are all managers. If you happen to come through this, please hit the like button as you come in. What do I mean by we are all managers? As we know, when we create a business, I do believe that we should dedicate our business to our Lord and Savior. Okay, this is not a religious platform. If you guys don't know, I'm a Hebrew woman, and I use these concepts within my business or incorporate these concepts within my business so I can make sure that one, I'm practicing from a righteous place. Two, that I keep certain concepts in place that's not only biblical but will help me make strategic moves. Okay. So now let's get to it. I hope y'all can hear me and y'all can see me because I'm praying that I have service. Let's triple check. Let's make sure that we're able to hear and see each other. Let me check the platform before I go any further and I start talking about these biblical principles. And this biblical principle is be a manager. Be a manager. Okay? Make sure that you know that your business that you start is dedicated to the Most High. And if you keep that in mind, you're going to practice a little different. All right, so my notifications did go out. Please mind me. Let's get to it. We got like 5 minutes before my live actually start. I have to get into the seminar room. But I said, no, we're going to do this every week before we start. So primary biblical principle we're going to talk about today is to incorporate in this concept in your business so you can be successful is being a manager. Act like you're the manager. One, it humbles you because you're not thinking that I'm the boss, I'm the leader. As a manager, you have to have a different mindset. So, a primary principle for business ownership, acting as the manager, it shifts from the owner mentality to a steward mentality, as not an overseer, but someone that's going to help different departments manage. And you have to be ready to have different departments within your business you want to expand. You are not the ultimate owner of the business. Rather, in the keeping concept that you are managing your business in stewardships for resources for people, creating opportunity, and also ultimately is belonging to our creator. Because when you dedicate your business and your life to our creator, and it said, this is not religious. I'm a Hebrew, so I practice this every day. So everything that I do and say, I'm not perfect, but I do ask God what to do, how to do this. Oh, my lights went off. Oh, I think I'm still good. How to do this. So remember that you're a steward. This is concept number 2. This perspective guides key management principles such as principles of, like I said, stewardship over ownership. Recognize that your business is God and your role is to manage it faithfully, honestly, and purposefully within the glory of what you're doing, your industry, because you want to be successful, but within His glory. Moving on to the other core concept that fall under this is it creates a sense of integrity. Okay, because you know you're going to be following biblical principles, and you're like, God watching over me. When you're not incorporating that initially in your life, in your business, you ain't thinking that. You know, as we young, we ain't thinking about no God following us. But as we get older and we start experiencing stuff, we start saving our lives, we start moving a little different. And that's the same thing if we incorporate it in our business. So it increased our integrity, our honesty, operating with complete transparency and honesty is on all dealings with any department when it comes to our pricing, marketing, communication. We have to basically embark on a path of more than just stewardship, but creating a new path of integrity and honesty. Because obviously, you see what's going on out here. And why I'm talking about this, because there's going to be a transition of power. There's going to be a transition of wealth, and it's not going to go to the same people who you thought was wealthy. You thought that that's only where wealth go, and that's to the disparables that we have been seeing that has been running our system into the whole. So this broadcast is for our new leaders, our community leaders who are working on new ventures right now and just being positive after they seeing all of the economic strife. We have the SNAP thing going on. You're still preparing little by little. So we have to prepare also spiritually to be successful business owners. So that's why I'm incorporating this into my platform, because this is what I do. I have about 10 minutes, less than that. Let's keep going, because I start going into detail, talking about God, and I get a little carried away. Also, thinking as in the concept that you're the manager in your business, it's going to make you do your due diligence. As a boss, you lay back like, yeah, you do this, you do that, you do this. No, you want to have your hands in the pot. You want to be working with the people in your different departments. Yeah, all of us not starting a business and have different departments, but you want to work with the person who's creating your shirt, the people who is designing certain designs for you, and you want to do it honorably. Due diligence. You want to strive for excellence with that. Nothing is perfect, but you at least want to try. One thing I would say, if you're tired, go take a nap. If y'all like me, I get tired and then I still want to do stuff and I don't give it my all. Remember that this is not totally your business. This is God's business. So if you're feeling like that, that means go take a break, go re-up, and then come back so you can do your due diligence as a manager and a steward of your business, God's business, and you can move on into excellent. That leads you into what we was talking about all of this time. It will lead you into wise decisions, because now, like you said, you're a steward of something else. It don't totally belong to you. You know how managers come in and you like that, they act like they own the place. It's not even their place. Because it's something that goes on with that title versus the boss. So you want to put yourself in that position. And this is principle number 2 of incorporating biblical principles into your business for prosperity. So as far as relationships with employees and resources and management, you want to make sure that you're giving fair competition. Yes, yes, yes. And it works. Why? Because if you use the concept of friendly competition, we can actually grow. I.e., just a short story. When I was homeschooling my son, he's an entrepreneur. I took him to this place called Lashley's Cambodia. Y'all could go look that up. It's in Georgia. The Cambodia, they sell like equipment, but this place was Lashley, and I loved it because it was my last name. And I was like, ooh. So I met the guy. He was from another country. He wasn't my nation. He talked about how his father opened his business with one piece of lifting equipment, and now they have all of this going on. This goes on to the friendly competition, where he says that the people in this industry, they meet once a year to talk about the innovative processes that going on, ways to save money in selling, processing, marketing, and then they do friendly competition where they show their books. So remember, as a manager, you want to have that in mind too, and communicating with people in your field. Don't separate yourself as though competition, I'm competition because I'm the boss. No, you look at it as you're managing. This is a whole sector, and you want to get together and be innovative. So if you think these are good concepts, you like what I'm saying, hit the like button. I think you'll definitely like what we do in our economic development seminar. I have less than 8 minutes. I'm getting down to it. So fair competition, friendly competition. And also acting like a manager will allow you to hire more people outside of your emotions, because you're gonna kind of approach it from a managerial place, and the contracts that you set up is going to be from a less emotional place, where you're going to be like, hey, I got to manage this got to be real, because when you're a boss, you do things a little different. Take the easy path, but when you think of yourself as a manager of your first business, and I think it's very important to do so, it makes you really think different and take your time. Okay? So, again, within being a manager, you want to make sure that you manage your resource well as give back. Yes, find ways to orchestrate programs within your community that can be free. Maybe you can rent the park for a little while, do a book bag giveaway. That's not totally free, but you can raise resources, maybe have other businesses donate and start to do a community thing. You can have a field day. These are some of the things that I talk about. And they be like, field day, that has nothing to do with my industry. But if you're in a community where people need friendly competition, fun things to do on Saturdays with the family, bring that together. Not only you're bringing possible customers, community connections, but also you're maybe meeting people in and out of your sector that help you do business. Does that make sense? So, stewardship, thinking like a manager. I'm coming to a closing with this. Lastly, when you think about this, it sets a highest bar of accountability. That's what I'm talking about. We have to be more accountable. And this is one of the things I talk about and I close off in my session when I do the economic development seminar. The first portion, well, the second portion for community leaders is evaluating what is success, evaluating, based on accountability. Did it actually get done? Did the person act like it got done? That was a lot of our shortfalls in the Black community when it came to us setting up businesses, especially in Atlanta. We had a lot of showboating. This right here barely get plays because it's not, and I'm not in a BMW, but I'm literally giving you concept, actionable things to think about, to incorporate. That's accountability type of, how can I say, base platforms that you want to look for. Platforms like me. I have been here for a while, and I'm going to say it for a couple of years, even through this, the first Trump administration. That's when I started my business. And a lot of those businesses in Atlanta, those get rich schemes and courses that they sold, they're not here. I made it all the way through there, my slow roll, and I'm here for you guys, and I'm going to continue. So right now, I'm partnering up with the Fulton County Library because I love the library. I'm such a geek. Do your due diligence. And I'm here every Wednesday at 2 p.m. So this is my pre-live to you guys. I want to say thank you for being here. This is about community leadership, development, and sharing some of the principles that I incorporate in my business, what I do. And I hope I'll be able to show you more in real time as we grow and as we touch hearts in the community and give back. So with that goes to say, I want you to check out Secure Your Energy page. It's connected to here. We'll be going in to do our seminar. We're closing off this session of our economic development seminar with just bridging the concept between your business entity, business plan, and investing and alternative investing. So we're going to put them all three together because alternative investment or investments or your portfolio should be involved, or how can I say, involved in the process of making your business plan and eventually incorporated in it, so you can show these lenders or people who want to deal with you or possibly deal with you that, hey, I have this plan, I already have alternative investments, this is my portfolio, I can match you. So that's what we're talking about today. So I want to say thank you for being here. Please hit the like button. I hope that you will understand something and take your time and go look at some of the videos that we have to share with you guys. If I talk a little fast, it's because we have a lot to do. You can play it a little slower, but we do have a lot of playlists available for you guys to use for your learning tools as far as investing in alternative tax, real estate, tax liens, deeds, and much more. Okay?